Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Baker, the Music Maker, coming at you with part 2 of Takedown, my final K-pop Demon Hunter song. Not doing any more. This is the second part, which is the catchy little singable part was the pre-chorus. This is the chorus of Takedown. Let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, the second part of Takedown, the very last of the last. Go ahead and hit restart. We're going to make it from scratch. I'm going to build it bar by bar, but we're going to start the normal way with the settings. We're going to do length 9 bars like we did in part 1. We're going to start on middle E and we only have to do 2 octaves with this one. We're going to need a 3rd octave, so you can totally just leave it as that. 9 bars, middle E, and that's all you got to change. Those 2 settings right there. Hit the blue check. And we got our boxes, squares, dots, and everything ready. We're going to have our tempo at 140, just as we did last time. Then we'll put in the drum part, and then we're going to build it bar by bar instead of bass line and melody. You'll see why. It's a little confusing, but not really. It's pretty easy. Let's get to it. Now, the drum part, we're going to start with a circle right at the beginning. Then we're going to do the same 2-bar pattern a total of 4 times to make 8 bars. So we got a circle there. We're going to skip 3, triangle, skip 1, circle. That's going to be each gray bar. And then the white bar is going to be skip 1, then 2 circles, skip 1, then a triangle, and then skip 1, and then 2 circles. And then repeat that. And we're going to repeat that. Let's hear it. Boom, there it is. So I'm going to repeat that same gray bar and then repeat the same white bar. Make sure your spacing is good. While I plug that in real quick, a little shameless self-promotion. Smash that like and subscribe button. You know what to do. Yep, boom, boom. Still repeating that pattern. Pretty cool little drum beat. Kind of like a halftime hip-hop kind of thing. Very cool, very groovy. Now we're ready. That's the whole drum part. Boom. Now I'm going to change one thing. The very end, the 2 circles, let's make that 2 triangles. You'll hear it kind of like turns it around to the beginning like a little snare fill to bring us back. So there's a drum part. Now we're going to put it in bar by bar, which is like I'm going to put the whole scope from bottom to the top of each bar before we move on. So we have our little pickup just like we did last time with 3 navies in a row. Skip 1, then this kind of dark orange, then 3 of these green. That's the pickup just like we had in the last one. That's why it's 9 bars as well. So now this bar, the gray bar, is going to look the same as all the other gray bars throughout. So we're going to start with this orange and do 4 of these oranges here. Boom. Then in line with this second orange and the 4th orange, do a navy underneath that, stacked on top. And then up an octave, do that same navy stacked up. Then this 3rd orange is left alone by itself. Make that orange stacked on top of that. Kind of makes like a little rocket ship looking shape. Very cool. Like a, if that was there, it would look like a little rocket ship. I don't know. I'm just using my imagination again. Crazy. But that is going to be each gray bar. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to repeat that there. We'll make that easy. Like I said, I think this kind of ordering will make it more simple to put in. So we got that one there. And then bar, 4 is the same. And then bar... Yeah, is that pretty much it? I mean, yeah, that's it. There's nothing different about those bars. Yes, I already made it. I'm just looking over there for notes. We won't waste a bunch of time here. So yeah, that gray bar is the same, and then this last gray bar. Boom. And there's half of our bars right there. I mean, we already plugged in the first one, but now we just got to fill in those in-between ones, which are pretty repetitive as well. No biggie. Let's hear that. That sounds cool. That sounds cool by itself. Leave it alone. We're done. No, just kidding. We're going to plug in the rest, which is going to look like this. Bar 3, because we already have bar 1 and 2. We're going to plug in a purple navy with a skip in between. And then on top, we're going to stack another purple up here. And then do 2 greens. No, 2 greens here. No skips after that purple. Then a yellow, then a navy. Let's hear that. Yeah, very cool. So that is that bar. The next one looks a little bit different, but kind of similar. So that's bar 4 here. 5 we're on. Bar 5 looks like this white bar. Same thing. Purple, purple, navy. But we're going to do an orange in between that purple and navy. And then 2 oranges after that navy. Then up on this octave, we're going to have a purple, skip 1, purple, pink, navy, skip 1, green, green. So this green overlaps with that orange, if that helps with your spacing. That's a weird one. So go ahead and make sure that lines up. I mean, it's not too weird. This kind of stacks, that kind of stacks. And there's a little chord right there. Let's hear that. Very cool. Now, I kind of want to change the sound. This one's not thick enough. I need something beefier. I need like a electronic synth sound for this one. Part 1 doesn't really sound as good with synth, in my opinion, for some reason, but this one really sounds good with synth. Let's hear it. Yeah, that to me sounds beefier, fuller, more like the original. So let's skip over here. Now we're on bar whatever. I don't know this white bar, second to last white bar here. I can't count right now, whatever. So same kind of thing. We got the purple, purple, navy. Then up here we're going to do purple, purple in line with that. Then green, green, like we had. Then a yellow and the navy. That's the same as that. Yep, okay. So that bar is the same. The only ones that vary are that bar and then the final bar, which looks like this. The final bar is a little tricky to plug in. I was messing around with different combinations, but it starts with this kind of chord at the beginning. Purple, yellow, purple stacked up. Then we're going to stack some other chords with this right here. And then we're going to do that right there. And then we're going to do that right there. So these are all chords, and the spacing is the same, but it looks kind of blurred together if you look at it as a big picture, but that's the same spacing we have as that, with 3 in between that, 3 in between here, 2 in between, 2 in between. And then so we're just descending. So you just want to put a purple, green, yellow, and navy, and then kind of line those up. I know that kind of spacing is strange too, but those are just some power chords to end it before we get the snare fill to take us right back to the beginning. Let's hear the whole thing. There it is. And that's the whole thing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you might wonder why the rhythm doesn't sound exactly the same. Like some of the rhythms in the singing and speaking are like shorter. And I did it for simplicity purposes. If I were to split it into beats of 4, here's how you can kind of do that. Split into beats of 4. If we like move this over, that's like the beginning pickup. So now it looks all really complicated with the spacings. That'd be difficult to put in. So I left it alone. But now, just shifting that first note over 1/16th note, you get the... Yeah, so that kind of more quick rhythms of the vocals. If you're wondering why it doesn't sound exactly like that, then that is why. But that's why I just left it and split beats into 2, kind of simplify it, and that kind of puts it all. It's the same idea. Let's hear it again. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the second part and the very last I'm ever doing of K-pop Demon Hunters. And thank y'all for all the requests. I'm waiting for the next best thing to take over. What's going to be the next big new fad where all the music's coming from? Y'all let me know, because I'm tired of seeing nothing but K-pop Demon Hunters on Spotify Global Top 50 for the last few months. You know, what's going to be the next best thing? Y'all gotta make it happen, because we're on to new. Y'all keep on making music. Keep them requests coming. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. And thank y'all all for the love and support. Keep on making music, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace and love. Later.